clips and highlights from our campaigns tonight, guys, and a little 420. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out now or later. Hope you guys are having a great night. Hope you guys had a great day. Feeling better already. I'm going to play some clips and highlights from this mod that I'm playing for the last 150 days from the campaign, clips that I haven't shared on my YouTube channels. Let's check out some badass sieges. So what this is clips. This video will be on my YouTube tomorrow. It's about 2 hours of some really good clips from our campaign of like 152, that's over 200 days. Clips that I didn't share, clips that I didn't publish, clips from when I wasn't streaming that I thought I'd share with you guys. Some pretty good stuff like leveling up, finding companions, vassalage, some nice quests, some good fights. I'm not gaming tonight, but I'm chilling and chatting. My cam will be on, voice will be on, and I'm chilling in my Tower of Solitude. So welcome, y'all, and I hope your day found you smiling, wherever you might be roaming. And if you're a pagan like me, I hope that your New Year's ahead finds you happy, healthy, and smiling indeed. Good New Year's to you all on this Yule and winter solstice. This guy, holy shit, there's 2 of them. So this I shot this morning. The clips are from over the last month.
Monday morning here in the Gettysburg Battlefield.
Shit, there's 2 of them.
Our New Year's here on the 20th.
This bastard stole my hat.
Wishing you all a
How
good
awkward. We both show up on Twitch, we have the same hat.
New year ahead, all of my fellow pagans. And so the following, guys, is our clips from day 50 up through day 220.
This guy
these
just
are
can't get
clips
away
and
from him.
highlights that I didn't post with my longer streams or my longer gameplay videos. So if I jumped into a significant scenario like getting my companions or a siege or a battle, that's what these are. So these are all highlights that I just hit record, recorded them, and here they are. So this is a bunch of little different highlights from between day 50 and day 200, showing leveling up, I believe getting my vassalage. I think we did that on live stream. But in any event,
Shut up, Warlord. Play the game.
Good highlights, battles, tournaments.
Sexy bastards, you. He's probably not even wearing pants. That's the secret to extrovert. Straight ticket to extrovert. Just don't wear the pants.
Please have a happy, healthy, and safe day indeed, all of you guys, wherever you may roam. Hope to see you on my stream later.
Well, thank you, my Warlord. Thank you.
Please
You're...
be safe. Don't take chances.
What's shaking, Penguin? Holy shit, there's going to be 6 of me on here. Just clips, bro.
I need to have all of my teeth pulled out and have those really cool freaking pointy freaking fangs put in.
Fucking potheads. Fucking potheads everywhere. That's all they do. Smoke weed all day. Fucking disabled people. What's shaking, Penguin? These are clips and highlights from the last 200 days of my campaign that I never published and I never streamed, and it's good stuff. And I'm chilling, bro. I'm just chilling. I'm not playing. This will be on my YouTube channel tomorrow. Just a couple hours, dude. I just had some rice and some chicken. Drinking some hot cocoa. Cheers to you, my friend. I hope you're safe, cozy, warm up north. I think I was like level 8. I was level 8 in this fight. So I was still like struggling. By the end of these clips, I'll be like level 18. I'll be a vassal. Oh, right on. Oh, right. So you're going home for the holidays. You're always welcome down here for a Gettysburg Christmas. We'll get you all decked out in the gear. You can shoot some black powder and everything. You're always welcome. If you'd ever like to come down and do a reenactment, you can do a reenactment with our other moderator, Irish Rob. He's a sergeant major of the biggest reenacting army in the country. You're always welcome, dude. Come down and do some reenacting. I have all the gear you need. How about that? You're going home for the holidays, and I invite you to Gettysburg. If you ever plan on coming here, Penguin, come for July 4th, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And how was your day? A lot of stuff to do. I hope you're not too stressed out. I hope you're excited and happy to be going home and being with family. Nice. Oh, right on. So you be driving. Yeah, rental car. Cool. Unless you have your car up north. Alabama in the summer. No kidding. Boy, it's going to be hot. I'm sure you're used to that, huh? I haven't been to Alabama in 30 years. I'm having fun in this game. Yeah, I figured you're used to heat. I'm not. I don't think I ever will be. I used to like to work in it all summer, you know, but those days are gone. I used to love to work in the heat all summer long. With MS, though, it's too hot. Yeah. It's one of Warlord's greatest inventions in the history of civilization from his list, the never-ending list of legendary creations in the history of civilization. Number 18, modern air conditioning. And baby pools full of ice. And bikini models. Hey man, I need to come visit you in Jamaica. I need to find a wife. How's your exams and everything going? All you guys have exams and everything, end of the semester. Good deal. Awesome, man. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Do you feel confident about your exams? That you fared well? As a parent, I think one of the greatest things that my daughter ever told me during her education was, Dad, I love my new school. That was probably the best decision ever, was to switch schools. Right on. Good deal. No, I know the feeling. Yeah. My first year of art history at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, and my professor was the author of the textbook. So yeah, that first year at SAIC at the Art Institute of Chicago, 70% of us failed that class because we got C's. So yeah, we weren't confident at all. The professor even told us, he goes, 70% of you are going to fail this entire course. You're going to have to retake it. And we did. So right on. Yes. Did you ever see Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Where Ferris Bueller, you may be familiar with the Art Institute Museum. That's where I went to school. That's where I studied history and illustration. And so yes, you had to maintain a B on everything you did, including your signature. That's why if I do an illustration for you, when I die, it's worth a couple $1,000s automatically just because I did it. The Art Institute only accepts 100 students a year. I was accepted when I was 14. I was the youngest student ever accepted there. George O'Keeffe was there. She went to school there. Andy Warhol did a fellowship while I was there. But I chose horticulture and botany as a career. I was much happier outdoors, you know, as a master gardener than being stuck in a studio doing illustrations for books or Marvel Comics or TSR, Dungeons and Dragons, was kind of like the career path I was headed down for since I was little. But once I got into it, I didn't want to live in a city in a studio, and those were my options, where we didn't have e-commuting and telecommuting and stuff back then. So my options were to live in a city, and I couldn't stand living in a city anymore. I was living in Chicago for like 5 years. Yeah, isn't that funny how that works? My ex-wife, she's an archaeologist. But she's done the websites for the United States Postal Service, iPad, iPod. She works on technology that we'll never know about. And those kinds of websites she did years ago. And she was working with holographic computers 20 years ago near the Pentagon. But yeah, she was an archaeologist. She went to school for archaeology. I went to school for art. I was prepped to be an artist and illustrator my whole life. It wasn't for me. Working for the Park Service and being outside, man, for me it was a good choice. I stayed healthy and stayed outside, and and I got to the top of my career, I really did. No one in America has done what I've done on the same resume. So I'm proud of myself. That's my career is a good accomplishment. I've achieved most of my goals in life, and I hope you do too. I was still a low level. Yeah, I had just scored my armor. I was probably level 10. This is probably like day 50 or something. I had like no skills. I'm not even hitting them with the bow. Most of my family are carpenters. Almost all my family are carpenters. Except for my hippie biker uncles that have been selling drugs since the Vietnam War. My dad was a mechanic. He restored old hot rods. And we lived on a farm for a while. My dad was a great gardener. He was a big influence on me. He's a very self-sustaining person. My dad died 15 years ago. He grew his own food, everything. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to kill these guys. I think they knocked me off my horse too. Yeah, they're going to get me. I'm probably like level 5 or something. So Penguin, I think that you told me that you're going to be a teacher. The majority of my friends in life are teachers. Most of the people that I've known my whole life became teachers when we became adults. Yeah, most of my friends are people I've since I was 3 years old. Most of the people that I grew up with my whole life, 90% of them are teachers. So it's a admirable avenue. This is chopping a little bit. So yeah, we were still working our way up in Freelancer. So Penguin, I'm sorry I missed your streams, dude. I saw the alert. I got alerts in my email, right? So like I wake up in the morning and I got an email that you had streamed. I'm sorry I missed your stream, man. It's my daughter. Isn't she cute? She's a punk. She's a mean little Valkyrie. Yeah, no kidding. I loved history class. You know, the one thing I learned from high school was that when I went to the Art Institute of Chicago, and then I went to Virginia Tech. I went to Virginia Tech for my ecology degree. But the one thing that was really a big shocking revelation was going to the Art Institute and then taking my electives and my liberals there and realizing that I had not gotten an education at all. Previously, I had not gotten an education until I was 17 years old. That my grade school education and my high school education was a joke. It was a joke. It was substandard. You know, we lived in rural America. We lived in small little farm towns way outside of Chicago. So when I went to college, I was like, holy shit. And we had to have a B average. And I thought, oh, no problem. I make honor roll all the time. But my high school was years behind. You know, there was so much history that we never covered that once I went to college, I'm like, holy shit. Because we studied every event since 17,000 BC. Every political, economic, religious influence on the world since 17,000 BC, since the cave paintings at Lascaux, France. And so I'm like, opened up to this entire world of events that I never knew existed, and I was pissed that I never got the education that I deserved until I got to college. You know, college was a whole different world, and it was very hard. Our history classes were horrible where I grew up. It was the same damn curriculum every year. We never learned anything new. Yeah. My history, I loved it. I loved the history, and I had great teachers. It's just, they really didn't teach you anything that you didn't learn the year before. Every year was a repeat of the year before. It was farm town history class, you know. So when I went to the big city, I got a good education, and I did. I went to both of the schools I went to are both in the top 1,000 universities in the world. Probably, I think Tech's probably in the top 100. I'm still paying those damn student loans. No shit. Most of my friends are still paying their student loans. This is such a good game. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, dude, see how lucky you are? French Revolution, I never got to learn anything about the French Revolution unless I learned it on my own. So stuff about Napoleon, I had to learn that on my own growing up. Because we never ever... we did not have world history in the United States at all until probably this century. So in the 1990s, these kids that are your age, your generation in the United States did not get world history unless they lived in D.C., like my daughter lives in the capital. So they get Japanese, they get foreign languages and all kinds of stuff. But the rest of the country, we don't get world history at all. It's a joke that your generation and my generation in the United States, we get no world history until you go to college. And so if you don't go to college, you get your history from TV, which is a travesty. So Brother Aesop's moral of the story of the day, my friend, is to consider yourself lucky, brother, that you got to learn about Napoleon at a young age. I had to go to the library, look up the books. We didn't have no internet or nothing, you know. I love the internet and I love computers. They're like a library in a box, you know? Yeah. Oh, I see. He mentioned Napoleon's name once. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think I discovered Napoleon on television, and then of course I got some books. And then I started researching my own ancestry and found out what my family were doing, you know, during the 1810, 1800s, 1820s, and found out who was who and who was where and what they were doing and how I was related to them. And I don't think I had any ancestors that were direct ancestors that were involved in the Napoleonic Wars at all. But during the American War of 1812 up to 1815, I did. So my ancestors were over here. Oh, no kidding, really? Man, good story. Wow, Penguin, that's cool. That's unique. I've never heard anything like that. That's pretty cool, man. Wow, that's awesome. What a unique reason. Thank you for sharing. No shit, really. Hey man, do you like the new Twilight Zone? I have to say that I do. I've watched all of them. Last year I watched all the new Twilight Zone. I liked it a lot. I liked the host. I liked the actors were good. Yeah. Oh yeah. I grew up on those, man. Alfred Hitchcock magazine. When I was a kid, I used to get the Alfred Hitchcock magazine. It was kind of like Reader's Digest. And I just saw on the internet, I was poking around at some game updates and see what new sequels are coming out. And I saw that there's an Alfred Hitchcock game out there. That's maybe an indie game that just came out. Oh man, the original Twilight Zone was just fabulous. I do like the new ones too, though. But the old ones, they can't be beat. Yeah, there's some damn good acting in those old episodes, man. For that time period, all the old... Because I grew up on that television. Black and white TV was common in the 70s when I was 8 to 10 years old. And so that was a treat, you know. We didn't have any DVR or anything, so it's like you had to catch Twilight Zone on Thursday night at 7 p.m. or you missed it. You know, so I'm glad I got to see all the Twilight Zone that I did. I saw a hell of a lot of Twilight Zone. The best was, and thanks for letting me reminisce. I think I'm at that stage in my life where I reminisce a lot. I've noticed the past couple of years I reminisce. But on holidays, right, you'd find like 1978 for Halloween, there'd be an all-night 12-hour marathon of Twilight Zone, you know, and that was a big deal. Get the popcorn out. Yeah, that's too bad. He died in a plane crash. I'm pretty sure. Shit! Right in the neck! Oh! See, I'm getting tougher. I think right here I'm probably like level 11 or 12. This whole video, all these video series right here, that's about an hour and 50 minutes, this clip. It's about a dozen different clips of just events from the past couple of weeks that I never published on YouTube. Yeah, I think so. Rod Serling died in a plane crash. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He was with like two other famous people. He died of a heart attack. Okay, I must be thinking of somebody else. I thought it was him. I thought he died in a plane crash. And he was with like one other famous person. I must be thinking of somebody else. It's easy for me to confuse penguins and king penguins these days. He died of a heart attack. That's how I'm gonna die. I already know how I'm gonna die. Multiple sclerosis isn't gonna kill me. It's just going to deteriorate me until I'm just a shell of my former self. And that's what's coming. I'll just be like this. I won't be able to communicate. Hemochromatosis, toxic iron overload disease. It could kill me. A toxic amount of iron could just shoot up. It could just shut my organs down. I'm done. That's killed a few of my relatives, hemochromatosis. But what will likely kill me is that I have a rare heart disease in my family. And I've had like a dozen relatives die of it before the age of 60, and some before the age of 50, and some before the age of 40. So the likelihood that I will die in my sleep of a heart attack is likely the way that I will die. Soon. Within the next 5 years probably. Because I'm not getting any exercise. And I'm somebody who can do 100 pull-ups and I can go run 10 miles. And now I've been physically disabled for almost 2 years. So I know how I'm going to go. I'll have a heart attack. I won't even know it. I'll go to sleep and I won't wake up. Which is a hell of a lot better than writhing around on the floor. You know? So. Three freaking heart attacks before he died. I bet you he sure liked a lot of steak. Because shit, if I was Rod Serling, I'd be eating steak every night. 3 heart attacks before he died. Holy shit. My cousin was Brighton Goss. He was a very famous painter. He had a lot of friends that were movie stars. Macaulay Culkin, River Phoenix, that little pack of brats. My cousin was one of them that hung out with them. And Brighton died in his sleep. He was painting in Ireland out in the countryside. He had rented a home and he was painting and died in his sleep of a heart attack. He was 33. My cousin Tracy was in Venice Beach. He went to sleep. He was 36, had a heart attack, died. My cousin Joe, I think he was 42. Same deal. He ended up in the hospital before he died with the heart attack. And I know I'm so positive, like cherry cheesecake, huh? And so my Aunt Rose went to Bali, I think. She went to Singapore, Bali. She went to the east. She went to the Far East to have an operation done to try to prolong her life because of this heart disease that I don't know the name. I can't pronounce it. But she died and she was about my age. My Uncle Dave was about my age. He went to his car for a sandwich. He sat down to eat his lunch and he didn't come back. And so he had a heart attack sitting in his car. And my Uncle Jim's had several heart attacks. He fell off a roof. They were doing a roofing job. And he had a heart attack and fell off the roof. And he's okay now. But that heart disease runs in my mom's side of the family. Giantitis runs in my dad's side of the family. I'm 6'9" and I'm the shortest person in my family. Now that I'm in a wheelchair though, I can go right under the doorways. I don't have to like lean down or anything. Because the scale of this back here, everything you see, objects in webcam are larger than they appear. I'll tell you what, this is a pretty looking game. I've found a lot of issues with this. Fortunately, there's I have found a shit ton of issues with this mod. A shit ton. More than I've found in any other mod in a really long time. Fortunately, the upside is this. The downside is you have factions of these daimyo lords running around, but they're named lady. They're not named lord. They're named lady. They're not named daimyo. They're not named lord. They're named lady. So here I am. I think I'm going to be fighting a female samurai lord, and it's some old dude with a freaking beard. He looks like me. And I'm like, why is this guy called Lady? And so then I look in the truce file and I'm like, shit. They named half the freaking, some of the factions, the lords are named Lady. So like what I'm getting at is, the upside is, I can sit down some morning when my head is not on the moon and have a nice cup of coffee, and I can actually go through the truce file, and I can fix a lot of the little things like that. There's a lot of little weird issues. The troops as well. There are a shit ton of troops and these different factions that the troops do not have any attributes. They don't have any skill set. They have no hit points. They have no iron flesh. They have no one-handed skills. They have zeros for everything. And so I'm watching meat walls of these guys just go out into a lawnmower of samurai swords. And so it's putting in, an unnatural imbalance on the course of the game. And so I'm going to have to go through all of the troop trees and correct all of them and also balance them. So the tier 1s through tier 5s, they should be on equal standing with each other. And some of them don't have any skills at all. They're all zilch. And I was like, holy shit, no wonder the Oda clan's getting their asses kicked. Half their troops in their troop tree don't have any skills or stats or nothing. I was like, what the hell? And so I'm going to have to spend some time and go through that, and I'll correct that myself. So here we are with Hattori Hanzo, Demon Hanzo, at Yoshida Castle. Just think, man, another year, bro, I'm going to have my dreadlocks. Then you can call me Uncle Dready Warlord. You're going to love it. I'll make you miss home. Ray brother, I'll be playing some Rastafari. Penguin's like, don't you dare, man. Don't you dare. Dude, I got to get some of those freaking Jamaican patties. They have the Jamaican patties here in my local neighborhood market. And you'd probably laugh at them like they're generic, but shit, they're really good. And so where are we at here? I think we're on day, I don't know. Let's see what day we're on. So the menu, I did a custom menu. I redid the menu. We're at day 127. So we're probably still low level. Oh, historical issues or programming issues. See, dude, it's just my brain. It's not you, brother, at all. I don't know what that's in reference to because I've already spaced. Historical issues or programming issues. I don't have any issues. The only issues I have right now is that I don't have any milk. Oh, the issues. Yeah, thank you. It's like in the troops files. It's the like I said, the half the troops don't have any proficiencies. They don't have any skills. They don't have any hit points. Half the troops. I was like, shit. These guys are like going just walking to their desk. They're going bonsai. I'm like, holy shit. So yeah, that's an issue. Historically, I think everything's super. The map's great. The castles are great. The placement of the characters, I don't care. I don't really care if that's Hattori Hanzo's real castle. It probably is. But power, there's been so many power shifts already. Okay, the capital cities so far at day 250, I'm at about day 250. The capital cities have stayed static so far. I don't think any factions have been swallowed up yet. But there's 2 of them that are tiny. They got 1 castle left. They're going to get swallowed up. So the historical issues I don't think are an issue. I'm going to be changing the names from Lord to Daimyo. I've already changed some of the overlords' names to Shogun, Taiko, that sort of thing. Because it's Lord and Lady and that. I'm going to put Japanese titles in there. But like I said, these guys, Ikeda's going into battle and half of his army are mannequins. They can't even wield the weapons that they're holding. And so I didn't know that until I was editing these videos. Because when we're in battle, or at least when I'm in battle, you know, with limited focus, I'm focused on trying to hit a guy in the head. And, you know, most of the time I can't pay attention to what's going on around me. But when I was editing my videos, and I've been very, very busy working on my videos the past week, and with this video, I'm actually caught up on my videos. But in editing my videos, I was watching the battles, and I'm like, why are these guys not doing shit? They're just walking into getting killed. And so I looked at the troops file, and I was like, that's fucked up. And then I remember somebody had posted something on the forum about there was 2 or 3 factions that were screwed up. And so that's what that player was posting about, was those factions, and I discovered the same thing. But I'll correct it. I'll fix it. It'll take me probably a half an hour and a cup of coffee. Hot cocoa. I want this castle. Iwamura Castle. It's not far from... Dude, I've got it loaded up and installed and everything. I'm going to do a special feature on that. I'm going to totally do a bitchin' fun special feature on that. You know? Maybe I will do my first look live. And when I say first look, I've never even loaded up the graphics, or I've never fired it up before. I've never even loaded it up. But I have it all installed and updated and ready to go. Because that looks totally tits. That looks tits. That's another mod from Warband that is totally different. It's totally different. It's totally different. This for me, dude, this is another episode of Warlord's Time Machine, brother. Because I'm stuck in this fucking prison. I'm stuck in here, right? So, dude, I got my Time Machine video game, so you shitting me? I get to go to ancient Japan. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, young history master. I freaking love the Warband Time Machines. And so that game is another Warband Time Machine. The thing is what I saw on the ModDB page, it's totally different. It's totally different. And then it showed the guy, the video clip, the guy had got that rapid fire machine gun to work on the tripod mount. Dude, that's cool. Are you shitting me? And it's Warband format. I want every time period and every fantasy genre for the Warband format, because I like this format. This ain't really RTS. It ain't really a first-person shooter. It's a mixture of just the right elements for me. And so, yes, I'm looking forward to playing that. And I need to play some Warsword Conquest as well. Because I promised Bloxy I'd play that. I know. Oh, there's so much I'd love to do with this. I mean, I'm overhauling 1257 again, and someday, hopefully, I will compile my overhaul of 1257. But it's a long process. When I release that, it will be complete and done. There will be no patches. There will be no updates. It'll be done. It will be released finished. Every faction overhauled. Historical ethnicities corrected. Relationships accurate. Armors streamlined. Graphics optimized. Weapons balanced. Factions more or less balanced. Look at that bad motherfucker right there. Look at this. So I finally found, and I don't know how to pronounce it, maybe you do. His coat, his overcoat that he's wearing, it starts with a J. His overcoat that he's wearing, our hero, Hideyoshi Tomiyoshi. And so his coat, right, I forget what it's called. I did find the other day, in the marketplace, I did find the robe of our clan. And so the Toyotomi clan is, I'm gonna consider it official once we take a castle. Because sure, I got a little warband, We're officially a vassal. I think we have like a 200 renown. I don't know, 200 renown. Doesn't matter. We've got about 50 troops in our army, so we still have a really small war band. Like I said, we're level 18 currently at about day 250. 250, we are about level 18. We have about 60 troops, so we're getting there. Renown of 200, about 50, 60 troops, yeah. And we have one village. Fortunately, it's a village I thought that is good, that it's right outside the capital city, but that didn't matter. My damn village got raided anyway. Even though there was 3 lords swarming around trying to protect it, my village still got burned to the ground. But our next goal, bro, is to take our own fortress. Also, to take the historical fortresses that Toyotomi Hideyoshi, actually lived in and resided in. Those are the fortresses that we're going to take. And so I installed Momoyama in place of Nara, because Momoyama was in that general vicinity at the time. So was Nara, but for our campaign, Momoyama is more historically significant, so I put it there. And so it's not ruled by us. We have to take it from, I think it's the Ashikaga clan, own it. And it's going to be one hell of a siege. It's got like 700 men guarding it. So we're not taking it anytime soon with our 60 troops. And there ain't no chance in us becoming marshal anytime soon, because we have a lot of lords to compete with. I am loving this ancient Japanese world, man. And I highly suggest to any of you friends out there on Twitch, any of you history entertainment wackos like yours truly, you guys, check out Richard Chamberlain, okay, 1980, the television program Shogun. Good luck finding it. You may not be able to find it on any services, I don't know. I've got the high def 3-part on the way, just because Blackbeard taught me really well back in the day. And so I'll be watching the 3-part high def later. So you guys, highly recommended. When Shogun came on TV in 1980, okay, like Roots, the television with, what's his name, Lamar Burton, who comes to Gettysburg all the time, by the way. Geordi from Star Trek, he comes to Gettysburg all the time. Roots, but Shogun also. When those 2 programs came on TV, America stopped and watched. Yeah, those 2 programs were a really big deal in the late 70s. They, I think, were really revealing for a lot of the American public. Because Shogun with Richard Chamberlain, the James Clavell book, and I have the audio book, and I will be playing some of the audio book at the end of the stream. And the audio book will also be going on my YouTube channel if you guys are so inclined. And it is a really, 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 really good rendition of the audio book. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I have the books, and I've read the books years ago, but I love audiobooks these days. My vision is failing, and so audiobooks, oral tradition, I love it. And this siege was just tits, man. The siege was awesome. So at the end of the stream, you guys will be playing a little bit of James Clavell from Shogun. But if you guys do get a chance, highly recommended. And they're supposed to be who they, maybe Netflix. I think Netflix is reproducing the Shogun TV series. And so it should be coming out next year or the year after. It should be out by 2023. They started production a couple years ago. And so they're redoing the entire Shogun freaking series. It was 6 parts. But America viewed it in 3. So 2-hour segments. 3 days in a row. Shogun was bitching, so I'm looking forward to watching it again. James Clavell, man, that guy writes some excellent, excellent, excellent historical fiction. And nonfiction. We leveled up right there. I think we get up to, I think we get up to level 18 by the end of these highlights. Oh, my poor candles. Look at that bitchin' fortress. I want one. So that's our next goal, is to get ourselves a fortress, but I think we have a ways to go. If I can gank a fortress, conquer a fortress, take a fortress. Pewter, what's shaking? How are you? I'm pretty good. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in and saying hey again. I can see you tonight. I'm okay, man. I think we're gonna get popped. Oh! Right in the freaking noggin. Yep. So we ride off happily and dead into the sunset. We're chilling, man. I'm playing some clips and highlights from our campaign for the last 200 days. Right on. Awesome, awesome. Right on. So these are clips. This video will be on my YouTube channel tomorrow. I put this together today. These are clips and sieges and battles and leveling up and companions and quests that I didn't stream and I didn't publish on my YouTube yet. So, welcome. Thought I'd share. I thought I'd share the adventure live with you guys and hang out and chat. I don't think I have enough energy to play a game today, but I wanted to chat with you guys and say hey. So let's try not to get shot in the forehead. Pewter, how's your day? What was the best part of your day? And what was the last song that you chose to listen to? I don't have a very good shooting skill yet. Wow. I lost 150 pounds walking 15 years ago. 15 years ago, man, just walking. I love it. Good for you, bro. 13 kilometers. Holy shit. That's a long walk. Shit, man. Next time, take me with you. I have my own wheelchair. It's awesome. You don't even have to push me. That's awesome, man. Lucky you. Lucky you, dude. I wish I could go out for 13 kilometers, bro. Awesome. That's a long ways. Yeah, I would like to. If I had assistance, I need an assistant. I need someone to help me. I can't do that I can't leave my house by myself. But I miss traveling. And I'm retired now. You know? Like, if my daughter could take time off, shit, I'd love to come to... See, the thing is, if I come someplace to Poland like that, if I come to a place like Poland, I would never leave. I would want to stay there, you know? Because it'd be so nice. I'd be sad to go. So many times in my life, I go to places that are incredible, and I don't want to leave. But I have to. With good pierogies. Yeah, I'd like some good pierogies. How do you How do you make your pierogies? How do you make your pierogies when you eat? How do you cook them? What is your favorite? Your favorite type of pierogi? Let's see. I'll show you where I went. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Share something with you, bro. Right here, man. Okay, so check it out. Right here, homeboy. Look at this, right there. This is, yes, this link, okay, this is my ex-girlfriend's town in Chicago. My ex-girlfriend's town, everybody speaks Polish. Nobody speaks English in South Chicago. So that's where my girlfriend was from. The girl in the painting over here is from there, Whiting. And that's where the National Pierogi Fest is. And so everybody, and you would be right at home. All of the signs in the town are in Polish. And there, in that town, in America, that's where you get good pierogies. At that Pierogi Fest, man. So that girl on that painting, she is the lead designer for American Girl doll. And that's where she lives. And she's Polish. And she's tall and pretty with great big boobs. But that Pierogi Fest, every kind of pierogi you want, man. Because the pierogies that you get that we get in the store here are not real pierogies. They're not very good. The real good pierogies are like you said, with the meat and the mushrooms. Those are the real pierogies. Nice and crispy. Haha, cheap good beer. What is bigos? What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that like lutefisk and kringlas? So I made this menu. I put in all, yeah, I did. I replaced all the screens with custom screens for the mod. So I hope you guys like the menu changes that I made. I threw my own font in there as well in the game. As usual. Just small changes. Nice graphic changes that I find nice anyway. Best reasons to visit Poland is the history and nice people. History, man. So much. That's all I would do in Poland, is I would eat food and I would visit castles and historical places and historical forests and parks. And I would want to see, because of my career, I would want to see botanical gardens in Poland, Polish horticulture, the indigenous plants there. Yeah. I love cabbage. You see, I can eat. Yep. So good. I miss that Polish food. I miss those great big white milky tits. I have Tourette's, I'm sorry. Cute Polish girls. Peter, did you ever go to Chicago? Chicago is the Polish capital of America. There's more Polish people in Chicago than there is in Warsaw. My cousins are Polish. My ancestors are from Papua New Guinea. They were headhunters. They lived in the jungle. Oh, right on. Oh boy, I gotta get some cabbage, man. Some nice steamed cabbage. In Chicago, that's where you find in America, you find the best kielbasa in Chicago. That's where you get the real Polish food. You Polish guys, man, you Polish guys, you always come in here, you are right on the money with the food. Yeah, you speak my language. I had some chicken. I had chicken and rice tonight. What was for dinner, Pewter? What did you have to eat today? And Penguin, what did you grub on? Penguin grubbed on 3 heart attacks at lunch with Rod Serling. And breakfast with Napoleon. I keep forgetting I have a great big giant pot pie in there in the freezer. Pot pie and taters. So we're going to take this castle back. So this castle's changed hands about a dozen times, Nagashima. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for a castle to get taken and then retaken, because we all know that it's not going to be garrisoned worth a shit. And so once it gets taken and then retaken, pardon me, and then retaken, then we can jump in there, knock out the 20 or 30 troops that are in there, take our own fortress. That's the goal. We need a fortress. Then we need a city. Then our own shogunate, as it was. And so I'm doing my best to make choices to forge a path along a historical parallel with real life events. And that's what I usually do in historical based mods with Mountain Blade Warband. Fantasy like Parisno, though, anything goes. Anything could happen in a wild fantasy world like that. But a historical world, for me, I try to actually live through and immerse myself in a real historical timeline. And I've done that in Balance Mod Viking Conquest, right? Where I actually followed the path of my real family from Tunsberg to Denmark to fight under the banner of Jarl Guthrum and then invade East Anglia. And that's what my ancestors did. And I've done a playthrough like that, just so I could see it through a living history 3D video game perspective. And it's cool. I know you guys dig it too. You guys who all play Warband, you are all history nuts to some degree, big or small. Like Penguin, for example. Hell, he's gonna be a history teacher. Me, I studied history like a lot of people, but I sure as heck didn't teach it. And I'm learning new history every day, and this is some of the new history I'm learning is about 16th century Japan. It's fascinating. It's fascinating the freaking hell out of me. And I mean, doggone, I know a little bit of general knowledge, like a little bit of general people, but the details of this century and what's going on here is the freaking icing on the cake, isn't it? QVVO. That was your friend who came in the room. There was 2 of you, I remember. You guys were super nice. Thanks for being so polite. I wanted to have some beans, man. I was thinking about putting some black beans in the crock pot, and we would have had the same thing. I put some rosemary and some butter and some garlic on the chicken. The rice, I just put soy sauce. I wanted to have some bread, but some beans would have been good. I can't eat that much. I can't, my eyes are bigger than my. Do you do that? Do you make yourself a big plate, and then you can't eat the whole plate? Oh, no kidding. What's he gonna do in the U.S.? What is the purpose of his visit, sir? It's going to be winter. Look at that splendid warrior. Look at that. Oh! Nice. Is he going to Chicago? He's going from Poland. Is he going to Chicago? I hope so, because Chicago's a wonderful city. Chicago's an excellent city. It's such a great city. Chicago's a great city. Chicago is... probably my second favorite city. DC's my favorite city, Washington, D.C., because of the museums. DC has the best museums in the country. It's every kind of museum you can imagine, all in one big rectangle. Every different kind of museum, aviation, history, whatever. All kinds of stuff. Nothing's never run out of stuff to do in Washington, D.C. But it's also the third wealthiest county in the USA, and it's an expensive as fuck place to live. Look at this bitchin' fortress. I want that fortress. It's 20 after 8 p.m., so it's just after 8 p.m. The sun went down a few hours ago. This fortress is kick-ass, man. I'm sitting there, I'm wondering why that guy's just chilling back there. Look at this fortress, man. I want this. I'm going to take this sucker. Oh, no kidding. I have friends in Berlin. I have friends in... Oh, hey. Newt, what's up? Newt. Ah, man, I'd sure like to come to Europe again. That's the thing, though, is I'd find a nice place and I wouldn't leave. Yeah. This may not be political, but it certainly is feudal. Politics. People still practice that religion? I didn't know that. Heck, I thought politics went the way of the dodo ages ago. There's so many better ways of doing things. Newt. How was your day? You wanted to go to Berlin. I must have missed chat. I must have... See, sometimes the chat pops up late in the chat room. It pops up like 3 minutes later. I'll scroll up and then there's your chat. I don't miss it because I'm a space case. It doesn't pop up. You want to go to Berlin. Favoritism of nations can get political. Yeah. I try not to, man. I try not to. If we don't get our shit together as a world, we're dead meat. Period. Ecology says so. I say so. The broken links in the chain say so. Yeah, from you guys. I've heard about it from you guys. Poland and Czech and Russia, but that... I'm not somebody... I live in the Tower of Solitude. I don't tune into world news. I don't know who the president is. But I know you guys, and I know where you guys live and what you like to eat and what games you like to play. And that sucks. Because human beings need to get their shit together. And that ain't no kidding. And that's an understatement. And I've made plenty of videos about it over the years. Simpler ways of doing things. And so what's the solution, Warlord? Technology is the solution, Warlord. Technology allows you and you and you and you and you and me and me and me and him and them the ability to all talk to each other and communicate instantly from anywhere and work out our issues. And the one thing that I found out 30 years ago when I first started multiplayer video gaming on the Imagination Network on AOL, playing Red Baron, the original 2 versus 2, we formed the Flying Circus, the first damn clan in the world. So since then, what I found is I can talk to anybody anywhere. And I found out that most of us, everywhere, we all have the same problems. We all have the same problems, the same root problems. We all just want to be happy. We want education. We want health. You know? And the thing is when you have a small group of corrupt men controlling resources that a larger populace produces, we still live in a feudal system. It just has different names on it. Different people are in management. So that can all change. What's going to change it, Warlord? By the time you guys have grandchildren, hopefully sooner, technology will have helped solve these problems with wars because we can communicate. It's the golden age of communication, my friends. Start talking. That's the solution. Why? What's his problem? What is the issue? And be forewarned, don't start any conflicts if people from different nations are in this chat room. I would appreciate it. Don't make me go Samurai Jack on your asses. Don't make me get out of this chair. So, you guys try to get along. So what is I'll have to look it up, you guys. That's it, yeah? That's really, huh. I thought land grabbing by nations was a thing of the past. Huh. Yeah, we're going to have to, I'll have to look it up, see what's going on. That's too bad, you know. I love all countries and I love all cultures and I love all fashions and music and art and history from all these different freaking cool countries and cultures all over the world. And then they have to be pissed off at each other. I am. Shit, nobody even knows I live here. I've been living up here in this attic. No shit. For 17 years I've been hiding up here in this fucking attic, man. Nobody even knows. I call myself the Sentinel, like that old horror flick. And you guys, thanks for watching my combat clips, y'all. I had some fun. These are clips that weren't in my videos. These weren't on the streams, not on my YouTube, but this is the leveling up and stuff that, oh fuck, did you see that? He hit me in the freaking tit. He hit me in my freaking man boobs. Oh, you little bastard, don't you hit me in the man boobs. Fucking duty do. I don't have any man boobs, man. I'm gonna have to work on it. I lost my man boobs. It's so sad. I got all skinny again. So that pretty much answers my question. He has a fondness for those areas. What a dick. Yeah, that's too bad. Countries can't just stay where they're at. Disputes. You know, you got one village. You got one village steals the cattle from the other village, and then you got the one village kidnaps the girl from the other village, and in here you got the village stealing the rice from the other village. Man, it's never going to change, I'm telling you. It's just like the Amish and the Mennonites. They just can't get along. They're always driving by each other's houses on the horse and buggies, and they poop in the road. They do. They do that shit on purpose. It's like gang warfare in Countryland, Pennsylvania. Now that's some serious shit, man. That's down home. Look at these fuckers. Oh, they're ready to kill. Shit. Well, I guess I better stock up on food and candles. I've already got plenty of ammunition. I got enough ammunition and seeds to survive. Yeah, there's always a lot of woulda, shoulda, coulda. People need to focus on what their choices will adversely affect in the future. Yes. Yep. Putin's not ready for Germany. Germany's been the most technologically advanced military force for the last 20 years. They have technology that surpasses the U.S. Anybody Germany sides with will likely win a conflict. That's just reality. They've had better technology militarily for the last 20 years than anybody in the world. That's what a lot of people don't know. This was fun. I got a little tougher. I got some better armor. I got a decent helmet. I'm not dying. I'm not getting one. Yeah. A lot of Germans and German-speaking young people come and hang out. I have a lot of friends that live in Germany. There were originally Americans who have been living in Germany for decades. Some close friends of mine live in Dortmund, Munich, and Berlin. And in the Netherlands, I have a lot of friends. I used to visit the Netherlands and Germany years ago. Well, I hope they find peaceful solutions. A French-Canadian background who lives in New Hampshire. I grew up in a small little freaking town in the middle of nowhere where a lot of people still speak Swedish and Danish and Norwegian. But I've lived everywhere since the 80s. Since the 80s, I've been on the move. I've not really stayed in one place for very long since 1986. Since 1986, I've been on the move. I've lived in Gettysburg now for about 10 years, so this is the longest I've ever lived anywhere. The longest I've ever lived anywhere is here in the Gettysburg battlefield for the last 10 years. I usually move about every 6 years. And we go wherever Uncle Sam tells us to go. Everybody has an Uncle Sam. Click it, Warlord. Click it. Wants to escape from Poland. That's good, because once you escape from Poland and see the world, you'll love Poland even more. And New Netherland. I used to live in a little town called Netherland in Colorado. So that's another screen that I made. So I've already replaced the screens. So that menu screen I made. So what day we on now? We should be headed over day 170 in these highlights. New Netherlands. Oh, New Amsterdam. Yeah, New York was New Amsterdam. Right on. Yeah, you see, what you just said there, Peter, is what I was saying. Small groups of men being in charges of the resources that a larger population produces. That's an issue. We have technology that will produce everything for us. We don't need anyone to dole out the resources for us. With technology, we don't need governments. Technology and robots can produce and distribute everything for us automatically with little to no maintenance. Solve a lot of problems, wouldn't it? Technology. You wanted to leave Poland and come to Gettysburg for the day. With technology, you could do that in 5 minutes. And so you guys have some very bright years ahead. I sincerely hope so. With the world. And I challenge you all to make it a better place. My time is up. My time is over. My time is come and gone. I have a little while left, and I'm going to make the most of it. I can't pronounce that. I wish I could hear you. Law and Justice. PIS. I'm going to shoot this guy right in the head. Bravo. 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 Oh, shit. Oh, you bastard. Oh, you bastard. You shot me in the noggin. As bad as U.S. politics is to me, yeah. Yeah, you know, you took the words right out of my mouth. Newt, yeah. Newt, you took the words right out of my mouth. I could say the exact same thing. Gettysburg is a great place to live. It's beautiful, but people are getting very wacky political in the USA, and maybe that's a good thing. We'll start getting somewhere with this government in this country and progress and get bigger and better and do things better as America, you know? Look at these suckers. Oh, die, bitch. Oh, he's coming for me. Oh, bitch. Oh, he's coming. Oh. 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 Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Let's go, you honkies. I don't know how to say unal natrak dos vas veru. Speaking my language. Skål. Una natrak dos vas veru. Despite some less desirable things. Meth heads and rundown. You're describing Gettysburg. We must live in the same town. Teacher overturn rate. Yep. They pay their dues and they move on. Ah, Newt, you're an American, that's for sure. I did meth once, about 30 years ago. Didn't do a thing to me. Yeah, all across the U.S. I've been to a lot of them. I want to get my gun in there and blast this guy. Ow! Right in the neck. You're next, bitch. Ow! 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 Yeah, they're gonna kill me. Yep, they're gonna kill me. Oh! Let's go, ninja. That ninja toe sword in here is a pretty good sword. It's really short in length, though. Let's go. You guys are going to get one guy. I know there's some enemies in that building. They're holed up in there, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Man, it's nice up there in your neck of the woods, man, up in New Hampshire. I haven't been up there since the 90s. Yeah, since the 90s, I think. I can't remember if I've been up there since then. I just can't remember. I'll remember tomorrow. It's nice up there. I miss it up there. The White Mountains, the Adirondacks up there, the 42 Peaks. The 42 Peaks up there was one of my goals. It's a hike goal that I never got to complete, and I probably never ever will. But there's 42 peaks up there. There's 42 or 46? Yeah, there's 46. Yeah, the 46ers, I think it is. There's 46 peaks. And so you can earn your patch by hitting all the peaks in your lifetime or in one sitting. And I was going to do them all in one sitting. All 42 peaks, and it was going to be a charity hike for multiple sclerosis. I never expected MS to put me in a chair. I've been sitting in this chair since 8 a.m. And so, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe my hiking days aren't over. Yep, see him? His hiking days aren't over. Yeah, he shits shurikens. Yep. You went to Ascutney. I don't know where that is. Oh, pewter. Oh yeah, I'll have this video on my YouTube channel. You went to Ascutney. I've never heard of that. Tell me about it. Pooter, sleep well. Be safe tomorrow. And thanks for chatting. And thanks for making me hungry for pierogies, damn it. Have a good one, man. Sleep well. Right on. Have a safe day tomorrow, bro. Bring me some pierogies. I'll have some goat's milk. I gotta get a goat so I can have milk all the time. Mount Scutney is a mountain in Vermont. I don't know. I've been all through Vermont, but I don't remember. But boy, the mountains sure are nice up there. I remember me and my wife took a month off one summer. It was probably 1996 or 97. And we took our Volkswagen camper van. We had a newer Westphalia camper van, and we took it all the way up from Virginia Beach. We were living in Virginia Beach, and went all up into Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut. And my wife had friends up in Connecticut. They had a horse farm up there, and so we went to visit friends. And her friend trained horses. Yeah, and her husband was a car dealer. And so we had a nice time up there, and we got to see a lot of the sights, a lot of the nature. Went to Promised Land, the White Mountains and stuff up there. It was great. Did a lot of camping. We had a good month. Mount Washington, right on. Then I know Mount Washington. I know. That's like people who aren't from New England would know Mount Washington. But New Englanders, yeah, y'all got your own language. Hamamatsu. So this is where we're going to pick up some of our companions. So Newt, are you a Christian? Do you practice the Christian Christmas? Do you guys get together with your family around a tree and you give each other gifts, and then you set the tree on fire and you cook your meal over the tree fire? That's what people do where I'm from, the Christians. Yeah, I hear ya. Oh man, James Caan. All right, in the original movie Rollerball. Yeah, my family's like every kind of religion you could shake a stick at. I have a gigantic family. But I'm the only bloody, proper, pagan motherfucker out here on the East Coast. Me and my kid. My ex-wife's a pagan. So they burn their Christmas tree every year too. But James Caan in the original Rollerball, when they take those freaking guns out there and they blast the trees and they go up in flames, oh, that shit's awesome. I've never had a Christmas tree in my house. So I should be having a meal tonight with family, and we should be exchanging small gifts and lighting a candle to our ancestors. A different candle to a different ancestor every night. We used to celebrate for 2 weeks, but these days I celebrate New Year's, which is Yule, and the winter solstice, which is why I've been filming the moon the past couple of days, between the 18th and the 20th. So, in our religion, today is New Year's Eve. So tomorrow is New Year's Day. Dude, I don't have any. I wish I did. But just a little bit of peppermint schnapps. A little bit of peppermint schnapps in the hot cocoa. Hell yeah. That's a good cup of hot cocoa with a little peppermint schnapps. No, I don't. Never heard of them. And they never heard of us. Because the first rule of Ancient Norse Pagan Club is that we don't talk about Ancient Norse Pagan Club. So all those Facebook pages, I'm surprised I don't know about that. Maybe they go by a different name. So we picked up 3 of our companions, which I noticed also didn't have any stats or skills or anything at all. And so I had to level them up on my own. So these companions were a little hosed. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That name though, I must have forgotten it. There's a lot of things that I've forgotten these days. Hey, if you're interested in that sort of thing, I have some memorabilia that I have, some antiques that I'll share with you sometime. I have antiques that my friend's family escaped Berlin with when they were escaping from the Russians. I've held a flag in my hand that was a mine marker from either Dachau or Auschwitz. A friend of mine was a antique memorabilia dealer, and so he always came across some really interesting things. And so if I do some graphic work for him, he would trade me in antiques as payment. And so I have some interesting things from that time period. I have a German-British friendship pin pre-war that's a friendship pin between the UK and Germany. It has a swastika on it and a British Union Jack. It's really rare. So I have some things like that, some interesting things. I have a patch from the 6th Gebirgsjägers who invaded Crete. I have some real stuff like that, some patches, some Gebirgs patches and stuff like that. I do living history and I do reenacting. Gettysburg, where I live, is the reenacting capital of America. Oh yeah, well, you would know. You're American. I don't know. I'll have to look on the back. You know, because come to think of it, it looks like there's some kind of etched signature on it, but I never really knew what it was. That's interesting. I wonder, because there is some kind of, it's not a stamp, it actually looks like a signature. That's funny though. Yeah, I'm gonna nail this guy. Take him off his horse. Oh, bitch, get off your horse. I'll get off my horse, you get off your horse, Samurai Lord. Oh man, I didn't even get a chance. They popped him right in the noggin. Alright, boys, start shooting. I remember. Thank you for refreshing my memory. I remember. Now I remember, now that you mentioned it. These guys are about dead meat. But I finally have my warband and my troops, so that's where we're at in this campaign. I think we're almost at day 200. And so I finally got my warband built up. I've got about 50 men. We're just fighting some bandits around our town. I have our official clan armor. So I have our robe, our armor, and our helmet from the Toyotomi clan. So I've got that solid. And our warband is building. So now we need to build our renown. And we need to keep building our renown. And so tournament, and I think this was our first tournament win. And these fucking tournaments are hard as shit. These guys are like Master Po. These guys are David Carradine from Kung Fu. And so I think I win this tournament. And then I win the hand of the lovely Lady Aki. Rock and roll. These freaking bastards, though, and the arena, these guys got to be buffed. I haven't looked at them, but they got to be really maxed out buffed. Like 700 freaking combat skills. I mean, granted, I know they're like kendo masters and shit, but, you know, they're going through these lords like butter. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, at least the Shogun doesn't have a daughter. I should give him one. I could give him one. And I could go that route. Here she comes. She's going to... Oh, right in the noggin. Laid you out, sister. I think we won. Did we win? Nope, we didn't win yet. The Shogun doesn't have a daughter. But I'm going to marry the daughter of a historically famous character so that I can tell his tale. For example, the lord that I'm shooting for, his daughter is Hattori Hanzo, Demon Hanzo, the infamous daimyo ninja, because he was a ninja behind the scenes. Hattori Hanzo. And Hattori Hanzo was also the super duper Japanese karate superstar on Saturday morning Kung Fu theater when we were kids. His bear style karate. Oh, fuck. My head's killing me. Time to smoke more pot. Marijuana is the only thing that keeps me sane. These clips are almost over, and you guys, thanks for kicking it. We have a few more battles to go. So, yep, this guy right there is the toughest of the tough, and we finally beat him. He kicked our ass in like 20 tournaments. I've like every tournament just to get the experience, you know. And that guy hosed us every freaking time he kicked us to the curb. And so he finally kicked his ass. And now we're going to go to the bitchin' freaking feast. Look at this. Ah, we're going to freaking karate kick your ass. Look at this shack. Look at this shack. Look at those walls and shit. Look at that. He's got his own private garden over there. This guy's rolling in freaking tax dough. He's beating those peasants, making them grow rice. Ah, hacking them to death. Shit. Hey man, you know, you mentioned Heinrich Himmler. I'd love to play that. I'd like to keep playing the Wolfenstein franchise. I used to play a lot of Wolfenstein, but I've always wanted to play Wolfenstein, but from the bad guys' side, and you try to stop the good guys. Instead of being BJ Blazkowicz and blasting your way through the whole thing. But I've got the... You know, that's a really good question. That'd make a really good video interview. That's just the kind of interview that I would do for my other YouTube channel. That's an interesting question because vets are getting hard to come by. There was at least a dozen World War II veterans at my wedding, and these guys were old retired CIA. You know, I have a friend that I could ask that question to, and he could find out. He could ask his grandfather if his grandfather was still alive. Or I could ask him. He could probably answer my question. A guy I've known most of my life. He's Japanese. I went to school with him. He's a real deal samurai, too. He does exhibitions, everything. That is a curious question. That's a good question. That's a thought-provoking question. I wonder if somebody hasn't already interviewed someone, you know what I mean, and asked them that question. Yeah. You know, I can't imagine that they probably really thought about him at all because they're a whole world away. They're living in a different world. You know, Europe is an alien planet, you know. That's what I would imagine. Man, I'm going to be busting out some... I want to freaking go play some World War II now. Hey, Newt, do you play any World War II? What do you play? What games do you like to play? Do you play any World War II? I play Forgotten Hope 2, and I also play IL-2. Right. That's the thing. The thing is nationalism. Nationalism 100 years ago, that was the rule of the day, really, wherever you lived. People were very people were very, very nationalist 100 years ago. That's right, you told me. Hearts of Iron 4, and I looked that up today, too. That looks cool. I looked that up today. But I can never remember which one of you guys tell me what you play. A couple of you guys play that. So that must be a good game. 2 or 3 of you guys that roll in here to chat play that. I saw that today. I looked that up. I know one of you guys mentioned it, and I want to see it. Yeah, so I watched a video. So that's the kind of game that I would play if there was a blizzard. If there's a blizzard outside, I'm going to be shut up in here, man, all day. Turn Twitch on, get the hot cocoa going, and play something like that all day, you know? A game like that, good strategy game. That's days when I'm pretty sick. If I'm playing Warband, I'm not too sick. If I'm streaming, I'm not too sick. A game like Hearts of Iron is a game I'd play when I'm sick. Because I can chill and do some strategy, you know? Oh, no kidding. Ah, so it's got historical AI. That's awesome. These fuckers, this is a good gunfight. Yes, it's F-Bomb Monday. Yeah, this is a good fight. It comes down to two of us. Bitch fucking hit me. Oh, you turd. I'm coming for you. Oh, die, turd. Oh. Oh, right in the gutsies. Spill your shit on your shoes, son. Did you hear her? She's freaking going to town. She's got a 40 chopping freaking... Yeah, and so we all got hosed. Okay, I'm totally wounded. Look how much health I got. All right, and so there's like two more warriors. I just shot one of them. And then I turned my recorder back on. And so it's down to me and this last guy. This was last night. This was nuts. I think I'm on like day 175 or something. Oh, no shit. Oh, I missed him again. Fuck. It's got the heart-pounding freaking edge of your seat music. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh shit, he's coming for me. It's time for him to die. Alright, Sonny, you want to take it hand to hand? Let's go, bitch. Oh, he's coming fast. Oh shit. Die, fucker. Good night, sweetheart. Anybody left? Look at that. Killed all my men, killed all his men. It was down to us, the last two. That's why I threw my recorder back on. I was like, fuck, man, this is intense. So cool. We took out the raiders. Now that was pretty cool that the hidden monk outlaw monk rebel village was a fortress. That's pretty bitchin'. Yeah, I do. It should be, let's see. That should work. If it doesn't, let me know. And so, yeah, we had to roll back to Lord Tokugawa to finish our quest. And so now we've got buddy points with both factions. And so I'm trying to keep good quests going with both factions so that these factions both build the relationships. And so they've already entered into a defensive pact. So mission accomplished. So I keep doing some more quests for Tokugawa's faction. Then Tokugawa and Oda clan will form an alliance. And so that's what I'm trying to get them to do. Now the Takedas, I don't know. I don't know if you can have a triple alliance. So we'll have to see. And so quest completed. And so, yeah, then we just got, well, then what happened after that, war was declared like a dozen times. So we're at war with almost everybody. And we're actually doling out some freaking band-aids, too. Bitchin'. I'm freaking loving this game. Newt, man, stream that game sometime. Hearts of Iron. I want to come watch you guys play that. There is a... Yeah, you can either send it to me on Discord. Look for a channel. There should be a channel for screenshots. If not, I should make a warband channel for screenshots. Post what you like. Be polite. Don't make me come burn your house down. Did I say that? I did say that out loud, didn't I? Oh, shit. No, welcome to the shield wall, though, dude. I thought you were on our Discord. Look at these badasses. I'm trying to get on Twitch earlier in the day when I'm not a zombie, you know. Shit, it takes me all day to de-zombify. Poor warlord. Well, that's it for that one. This fucker with this Nakigata. Yep. Another freaking bandit fort. These bandit forts aren't too tough. They're not too easy. They're just right. They're just challenging enough. Are you? You're doing IT? There's so many of you guys doing IT. Good deal. So many people, young people that I've encountered through Twitch and streaming and gaming, that so many of you guys getting involved in IT, man. I'm glad. Technology's the future. The S word. Which S word? Shiz? Shit? Yes, because this is a G-rated fucking stream, man. What the fuck? Buckaroo Banzai. It's a good flick, worth watching. When the film Buckaroo Banzai came out, the whole country was wearing Japanese banzai headbands. All the kids had to have one. Oh, he's so far away. I think our firing skill, our rifle, our firearm skill's not very high. This is where we get it. Yeah, we're going to eat it. We're on a quick draw. Yeah, we're on a freaking throwdown with this chick, right? Watch this. She's going to pop us. Yep, who can load faster? Yeah, we're going to get it. Yep, here we go. Who can load faster? She's going to get me. Yep, she's going to reload faster than me. I got one guy coming for me. Which one am I going to shoot? I shoot him. Now she's going to reload. I'm trying to load as fast as she can. And she popped me right in the freaking noggin, baby. My day is complete. So now we're back home, sweet home, and we are almost ready to get out of here. And so here we are in Kiyosu. And so we're going to start our first enterprise. We're going to start an ironworks. That's because I have a profanity filter on. For a reason. So we'll see what kind of coin we can make. The ironworks was, I think, the best. The ironworks was the best enterprise we could get, but it still only paid about 300 or 400 coin, which is a shitty payout. But the cost to produce it in the first place was only about 3,500. So it'll take us 7-8 weeks to make our money back. So I need to get the trading down. There's a whole wiki for this mod too. There is, and the wiki's pretty good. Look like a lot of people played this. I'm still new to it. Throw up my billboards. And that Daimyo edition on that link is a full install. You don't need regular Gekokujo to play that Daimyo. That Daimyo has a lot of really nice additions to it that you saw in the game. A lot of them I have to address. I have to fix them. They're not done. But a lot of the graphics that you guys saw tonight, I had overhauled myself. I don't... Oh, the stream open. Oh, yeah, I bet. Mine would do the same. I can only run so much stuff. It's surprising how much stuff I can run. How much I can do a lot of multitasking with this old boat. Bring donuts. Boy, some donuts would really be good right now. Big fat glass of milk. I'm gonna have to get myself some groceries tomorrow. I need milk. Something to drink. I'm down to tap water. I have tea. Hot tea. I'm glad it's cold out. Look at, so we finally got our warband rolling. I finally got my troops. So this is kind of one of our first official battles as a lord, as a daimyo of our own village. We've been given Cheeto. And so we are the Lord of Cheeto. And it's a small village right outside of Kyosa. And so this is one of our first official fights as my own troops, my own warband, my own clan, Toyotomi clan. And so we have three or four of our companions. I put them on horses, so I made our companions cavalry. They'll do well as cavalry in this mod. Cavalry is probably, I'm going to have at least a third of my army cavalry. I'll have it pretty even. I'll have it even, Steven. Bust it up into thirds. Rifles and archery, infantry and cavalry, pretty simple. I'll keep it simple. When I get enough gunners and I get enough archers, I will separate them into two different divisions, and I will have them both as flankers. And so I will have archers and riflemen as flankers most of the time. I'll have infantry rolling right up the middle, and then I'll have cavalry attacking from behind, just like good old Jeb Stuart. And so when I have enough troops, when I have 100 troops, I'll fare well that way. Depending upon the terrain. Always depending upon the terrain. Right on, Newt. Thanks, bro. The guns. I need to figure out what's up with the guns. That's the thing, is I'm going to have to try this out. I'm going to have to test it. I'm not seeing gun flashes. I want to see some gun flashes. Just like in Napoleonic Wars. I want to see that fire come out of my powder. Just like my Enfield over here. I'm seeing smoke but no flame. I want to see that spark. And so, I'm going to have to take a look at that. Because I see a lot of smoke when these guys are firing. I want to see that freaking flame. Just like an American Civil War mod. Now I'm going to freaking be playing that again. That was a kick-ass freaking mod. I'm playing a Yankee and a Confederate campaign. The Yankee one, I'm doing some good history with that because I know a lot about the units. The in particular units that we are playing. The Confederate units, I know a lot about them too. I mostly portrayed a Confederate and Union artillery. But yeah, I'd like to be rolling that out too. I want to get these guys as gunpowder. I'd like to see those gun flashes. I'll keep saying it until I address it. So I'll be like a broken record. I want to see the gunpowder. I want to see the gun flashes. Come on, man. I want to see that fire. I want to see the elephant. And so I got my girls, my bodyguards. I got these chicks all decked out, and they're getting tougher. They're like level 8, 9, 10. So they're working their way up, my new companions. They're all full of shit. They sit there and they give you some stupid horse story about like how they're great warriors, and then you hire their asses for 300 coin. You get in there and they're just like the peasants that kick their ass. And they're supposed to be like ninja masters or something. So I'll have to address that too. I hit start and the Russians immediately went after Poland. Yeah, they did, actually. They're still following me. Oh, right on. I'm getting my troops up here. I'm going to form a flanking firing line because I know that their troops are going to respawn and they're going to be reinforced. So what I want to do is get my riflemen down here. They're not actually riflemen, but my gunners. We'll get my gunners down here so that when these guys respawn, okay, I've got my gunners already positioned to open fire on their new respawn. And so our allied lords' troops is going to continue rolling over that infantry. That infantry's outnumbered. So we're going to get our gunners positioned for that new spawn. I've got my cavalry in position. I've got my infantry in position. Now I'm going to shift my gunners because the gunners were hitting the enemy's flank. Now I'm going to shift my gunners over to the new spawn. I'm going to get my infantry out front and ready to charge. I'm going to get my horses and cavalry in a right flanking position. Now, our allied lord's troops have almost successfully rolled over that enemy infantry. And so they're going to be coming and flanking that new spawn. Rock and roll. I love combat. Best fucking job in the world. Died. Oh! Ooh. Eat it. Now our fellow lord should be coming. He should be on his way. We'll see if we can finish the job on our own. The 9th Coalition, so the intent is going to war with them. Poland is in the Confederation of the Rhine faction. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, that would be a different outcome, wouldn't it? Oh, no shit. That's a big difference. I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan of the Winter War and the Continuation War. I'm a big fan of Finnish military history. Yeah. The second, that's cool. Yeah, they didn't dare. Sweden would have kicked the fuck out of them. Because the Finns beat the shit out of them. They never did, there was a lot of land that they never did get to take. Or I should say take back. Right on. So that was it for our highlights and clips. That was that. So that was all of my highlights and clips that I have not shared on YouTube or on live stream yet. And so those clips were all our leveling up, finding companions, starting an enterprise, winning and wooing the hand of the lovely lady of the temple, earning some buddy points with our fellow lords and our shogun, building alliances with other clans. Our renowns at about 200. Our troops were at about 60 troops. So we have a small war band. We're a lord of a small, poor village. So we're working our way up. So here we are. We're all caught up in our campaign. All of my videos and streams and this ongoing saga is up to date and complete. Sweden and Finland both were given contracts by National Socialist Germany, and they would build aircraft and tanks and jeeps and that sort of thing in their own factories in some cases. Yeah, Germany was the only one who came to Finland's aid. World War II really began with Russia. In my opinion, World War II had always begun when Russia started fucking with Finland. In my opinion, that's the unknown, one of the unknown, not enough known, really root causes of the war is that expansionism. You know, so. And the Finns kicked the fuck out of them 2 times. So, man, if you're interested in that, I don't know if you play IL-2 or Forgotten Hope 2, but I play those theaters of war a lot, especially up north. I'm a big fan of the Continuation War and the Winter War, Finland, Sweden. I love flying those planes. I love fighting with those tanks. And it's always the Russians invading Finland. I love that theater. In both, I play an air campaign. I play an air campaign in IL-2, Finns against the Russians, and I'm playing through both wars. Okay, old Fokker German Fokker 21s and stuff. And I'm also playing, I always play Northern or Eastern Front. I play a lot of Eastern Front Germans, and I play German versus the Russians Eastern Front. And usually armor. I love armor. And I usually play, I'll play Eastern Front, Yajish Fodder 11 versus the Russians in the air in IL-2. Or Finns. I love playing the Finns. With Swede, British, and German aircraft, and the Finnish Air Force, and IL-2 bitchin'. So interesting. So interesting. And how those people lived was so pure back then. It's not hypocritical, it's cowardly. It was fucking cowardly. It was apathetical. Totally. And too many countries still do that shit today. They sit by while other shit's happening somewhere else and don't do anything about it, and then ends up costing us all more in the end. Yeah. So, I always said Patton was right when Patton was saying arm the Germans and we should be attacking the Russians, and that we would have never had a Cold War. We would have never had a Cold War. We would have used those resources that were wasted on a Cold War for colonizing the moon. And whoa. Red nose hair. Banzai! Banzai! That alert jacked my stream up. Dude, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the friendship. Thanks for hitting that button and stopping in to say hey. What's happening? Your last account got banned. Why did your last account get banned? What did you do? Please make it interesting. Your last account got banned from my channel or from Twitch? And if you have red nose hair, you likely may be someone I know. The question is, do you braid your nose hairs? I do. Are you guys members of the Big Boy Nose Hair Braiding Club? IGB so base spam reported me. Huh. Well, be cool. Don't make fun of people, especially my channel. But welcome. Don't get banned. Band's no fun. Men of War. Fuck. Newt. Now you've got me in the mood to play World War II. Let's see what I've got. Shit. I need to put some more videos on. A World of Ice and Fire. Star Wars First Strike. Battlefield Special Forces. 2142. 2142. Napoleonic Wars. Sparta. Yep. This is Sparta, baby. This is Sparta. What else do we have? 2142, rock and roll. Have fun, man. If you get into trouble, just make it interesting. Keep it interesting. Make it funny. Always be funny. What else we got? What else are we gonna play? Yep, I did. I fixed this one too. Yeah, we got to fire up some World of Ice and Fire. Yep, we're going to have fun with that. I've been playing that lately. I've been playing that this month. The month of December, I've been playing a World of Ice and Fire. What else? First Strike. I don't know if this one's rolling. Yeah, the video's probably fucked, isn't it? Is it going to play? Yes, it is. Awesome. Sing it, baby. Sing it. Awesome. Bitchin'. Rune. I don't know if I'm going to get to play Rune again. Rune was making me sick. Rune was giving me vertigo. Red Baron, yep. We're going to have some sessions with my pal Graugeist, one of the best Fokker D7 pilots to ever fly the digital skies. St. Petersburg. Perfect. Shit, dude, I got to jump in and freaking play some Forgotten Hope 2 now. You got me all interested in playing some World War II. Where are we at? Here's Finland. Here's your Poland. Poland. And Forgotten Hope 2. Rock and roll. So I play the Poles versus the Russians. Poles versus the Germans. Poles versus everybody. And I love the Winter War. Yep. Winter War and Continuation War. Rock and roll. Love my Finnish campaigns when I'm in the mood. Yep. IL-2. We got Black Sheep Squadron. I'm still playing a Black Sheep Squadron campaign. Yep, I'm going to have to fire up the planes. I got a kick-ass freaking Japanese campaign going on. We attacked Pearl Harbor. It's hard as shit to land on those carriers, man. I'm telling you. I'm glad the Japs got big freaking carriers. They got big badass carriers. We're playing a Dutch campaign where the Japanese are invading Dutch Singapore. And it's cool. I love flying as the Dutch. We get baked and we fly in orange Dutch planes. The one I'm enjoying the hell out of is the Japanese campaign. Because I'd never ever flown, and I used to be really active in the multiplayer communities in IL-2. I was a leader of my own squad, everything. JG11. And I was JG11 Graf. But I never ever got to play a Japanese campaign, and boy, it sure is different. The bases, the planes are just out of this world. They're fantastic. Yep, New Year's. I think we're going to do some Viking Conquest. We're going to do Taksale's new mod. Yep, it's going to be bitchin'. Right. More balanced mod. Looking at all my scenes and my chats. You guys, thanks for making my night a good one. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the kind company. Where are we at? Oh, I love the Mongol playthrough. So this is for my Mongolian Khanate overhaul that I'm working on for 1257. Shit out of it for the second time. Let's see. Oh, let's see what else we got. Where are we at? This is what we need right there. Busting out our Northern Crusade. So we're doing Northern Teutonic Knight Crusade, 1257 AD, and I'm overhauling that too. And so once I finish that overhaul of the Teutonic Knights up north, I'll merge that with my Mongolian overhaul, and then merge that with an Irish, English, and Crusades overhaul. And so a lot of it will be completely redone, re-kitted out troops, balanced troops, everything. And so that's what I've been working on for that. 457. Love that 457. Yes. All right, we're getting some video joy tonight. 4:57. I've been playing that really late at night. Really late at night. I've been playing this at like 1 in the morning. When my narcolepsy's fucking with me. If you have narcolepsy, you also have insomnia. Because narcolepsy, what it is our sleep is interrupted. Not that we're sleeping, it's constantly interrupted. So I'm up late playing 4:57, and I freaking love 4:57. It's awesome. War Sword Conquest by request from Bloxy Master, Bloxy Cats. I'll be streaming this. I'll be streaming some War Sword because War Sword's a trip. War Sword's totally a trip. We're firing up our Paris now. We got 2 campaigns going on in Paris now. We got our Elric playthrough and we have our Giants playthrough, which is bitchin'. We're having so much fun in that Giants playthrough. Rock on. We put together some fun shit. My cam's not rolling out in that one. Come on, give me some cam joy, baby. We'll save that for later. Your ADHD, my daughter deals with that. That's no fun, man. I'm sorry you got to deal with that. That sucks. Adapt and overcome, my friend. Adapt and overcome as best you can with all those little scenarios. Yeah. For me, it builds up as tiring. Thinking too much is tiring. My speech, I'll start talking like slow because I'm winding down. You overran the northern Russian front. Fuck, man. You gotta stream that. I want to see you guys play that. There's a couple of you guys that play that. You do. Winter War with a hyper-advanced German Panzer Corps, rolling over the Russian horde. Yeah, I freaking love the Teutonic Knights and Northern campaigns, man, fighting against the Prussian pagans, all those trippy pagan tribes up there, and the Lithuanians, and the Poles are really powerful, the Holy Roman Empire. Amazing period in history. In my opinion, the 12th and 13th centuries, were the 2 most world-changing centuries in the history of written record. Yeah. They'll make more. Uncle Joe will make more. I have to get something to drink. And so, it is early, but I'm going to sign off. Uncle Joe is dead. The Tsar's back. Imagine, boy, I'd like to play scenarios like that. World War I scenarios like that where you could change that, through your choices. Try to reforge that history. Big fan of World War I. Imagine that. Imagine if the Tsar was back. How that would have changed things. So strange. But, my friends, I'm going to roll on out of here, and I will leave you with this. With the new DLC, you can do that. Right on. But, you guys, my energy level is dropping, and you rock. Trotskyist coup. But I'm going to roll on out of here, you guys. My energy level is dropping. And so, Newt, thanks for hanging out, dude. Thanks for the interesting, thought-provoking chat. And Red Nose Hair, try not to get into too much trouble. Be cool in my channel. And thank you for the follow. Be cool out there, all you guys, man. Everybody wants to have a good time. Don't make fun of other people. That is what I did in Men of War. Newt, thanks for the kind combos. Penguin, I hope you have a good rest of your night. And you dream interesting dreams, my friend. And please have a safe trip home for the holidays. All you guys, if you're traveling. Far and wide, wherever you may roam, please do it safely. Rock and roll, you guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming in and being friendly. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Yeah, I need to get off of here. Wipes me out. So, I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of entertainment. Maybe that's the one.
Shogun.
It is. You guys have a good night. Rest well. I'll play a little bit of the story. Enjoy the tale.
Author's note. I would like to thank all those here, in Asia and in Europe, the living and the dead, who helped to make this novel possible. Look out in California. Prologue. The gale tore at him, and he felt its bite deep within, and he knew that if they did not make landfall in 3 days, they would all be dead. Too many deaths on this voyage, he thought. I'm major of a dead fleet. 1 ship left out of 5, 28 men from a crew of 107, and now only 10 can walk, and the rest near death, and our Captain General one of them. No food, almost no water, and what there is, brackish and foul. His name was John Blackthorne, and he was alone on deck but for the bowsprit lookout, Salomon the Mute, who huddled in the lee, searching the sea ahead. The ship heeled in a sudden squall, and Blackthorne held onto the arm of the sea chair that was lashed near the wheel on the quarterdeck until she righted, timbers squealing. She was the Erasmus, 260 tons, a 3-masted trader warship out of Rotterdam, armed with 20 cannon and sole survivor of the first expeditionary force sent from the Netherlands to ravage the enemy in the New World. The first Dutch ships ever to breach the secrets of the Strait of Magellan. 496 men, all volunteers. All Dutch except for 3 Englishmen, 2 pilots, 1 officer. Their orders: to plunder Spanish and Portuguese possessions in the New World and put them to the torch, to open up permanent trading concessions, to discover new islands in the Pacific Ocean that could serve as permanent bases and to claim the territory for the Netherlands, and within 3 years, to come home again. Protestant Netherlands had been at war with Catholic Spain for more than 4 decades, struggling to throw off the yoke of their hated Spanish masters. The Netherlands, sometimes called Holland, Dutchland, or the Low Countries, were legally part of the Spanish Empire. England, their only allies, the first country in Christendom to break with the papal court at Rome and become Protestant some 70-odd years ago, had also been warring on Spain for the last 20 years, and openly allied with the Dutch for a decade. The wind freshened even more and the ship lurched. She was riding under bare poles, but for storm topsails. Even so, the tide and the storm bore her strongly toward the darkening horizon. There's more storm there, Blackthorne told himself, and more reefs, and more shoals, and unknown sea. Good. I've set myself against the sea all my life, and I've always won. I always will. First English pilot ever to get through Magellan's Pass. Yes, the first. And first pilot ever to sail these Asian waters, apart from a few bastard Portuguese or motherless Spaniards who still think they own the world. First Englishmen in these seas. So many firsts. Yes, and so many deaths to win them. Again he tasted the wind and smelled it, but there was no hint of land. He searched the ocean, but it was dull grey and angry. Not a fleck of seaweed or splash of colour to give a hint of a sanding shelf. He saw the spire of another reef far on the starboard quarter, but that told him nothing. For a month now, outcrops had threatened them, but never a sight of land. This ocean's endless, he thought. Good. That's what you were trained for. To sail the unknown sea, to chart it, and come home again. How many days from home? 1 year and 11 months and 2 days. The last landfall, Chile. 133 days aft. Across the ocean Magellan had first sailed 80 years ago, called Pacific. Blackthorne was famished, and his mouth and body ached from the scurvy. He forced his eyes to check the compass course, and his brain to calculate an approximate position. Once the plot was written down in his rudder, his sea manual, he would be safe in this speck of the ocean. And if he was safe, his ship was safe, and then together they might find the Japans, or even the Christian King Prester John and his Golden Empire, that legends say lay to the north of Cathay, wherever Cathay was. And with my share of the riches, I'll sail on again, westward for home, first English pilot ever to circumnavigate the globe. And I'll never leave home again. Never. By the head of my son. The cut of the wind stopped his mind from wandering and kept him awake. To sleep now would be foolish. You'll never wake from that sleep, he thought, and stretched his arms to ease the cramped muscles in his back, and pulled his cloak tighter around him. He saw that the sails were trimmed and the wheel lash secure. The bow lookout was awake. So patiently he settled back and prayed for land. Go below, pilot. I take this watch if it pleases you. The third mate, Hendrik Spets, was pulling himself up the gangway, his face grey with fatigue, eyes sunken, skin blotched and sallow. He leaned heavily against the binnacle to steady himself, retching a little. Blessed Lord Jesus, 'tis on the day I left Holland. Where's the mate, Hendrik? His bunk. He can't get out of his shiteful bunk. And he won't. Not this side of Judgment Day. And the Captain General? Moaning for food and water. Hendrik spat. I tell him I roast him a capon and bring it on a silver platter with a bottle of brandy to wash it down. Shite house! Cut! Hold your tongue. I will, pilot. But he's a maggot-eaten fool and will be dead because of him. The young man retched and brought up mottled phlegm. Blessed Lord Jesus, help me. Go below. Come back at dawn. Hendrik lowered himself painfully into the other sea chair. There's the reek of death below. I take the watch if it pleases you. What's the course? Wherever the wind takes us. Where's the landfall you promised us? Where's the Japans? Where is it, I ask? Ahead. Always ahead. God in Himmel, it wasn't in our orders to sail into the unknown. We should be back home by now, safe, with our bellies full, not chasing St. Elmo's fire. Go below, or hold your tongue. Sullenly, Hendrik looked away from the tall, bearded man. Where are we now? He wanted to ask. Why can't I see the secret rudder?